Hi guys, it's Amy with A2Z Stamping, and today I wanted to show you how to make these cute little favor boxes. And these, I have mine filled with Hershey Kisses. But you could put all kinds of different treats in here. But these are really easy to make, and I wanted to show you how to do them. And I'm just obsessed with the brand new Pineapple Punch. So I decided, usually I use designer series paper a lot of times with my favor boxes, but I thought we would just make our own little design. All right, so let's get started. Okay. So what you need for this is you need a piece of either of designer series paper, or you need to make your own. And we're gonna first make our own. But you need a piece of Whisper White or designer series paper that's cut at 7 3/4 by 3 5/8. And you need a piece of scrap paper. Mine's kind of a mess here. Sorry about that. And I'm gonna open my Pineapple Punch. So this is one of the brand new ink colors. And our new ink pads, you see they open like a compact, and then you slide them in. Okay, and I'm going to I grabbed out the Falling Flowers stamp set, just because this caught my eye to be fun to make designer series paper with. And I've already got that here mounted up. And I'm actually also going to grab just a scrap piece of Whisper White that I want to decorate that too, to do this top part here. On this one I left it solid white, but I thought I would see what it looks like to print on this one as well. So I just have a scrap piece. It needs to be big enough to cut an oval. Let's see here. Let me grab my scalloped oval. I think yep. It needs to be big enough to hold the second, or I guess this would be the third largest oval in the scalloped ovals. So if you're grabbing a scrap. All right. So let me just ink up my giant flower here. And we're going to just stamp all over. It doesn't really matter what stamp you're using, but you just want to get as much coverage on your paper so that there aren't any big gaps. We want all kinds of, or we want it nice and filled in. Isn't this Pineapple Punch awesome? At first I thought, oh, yellows, you know, they don't really show up very well. This is great. I don't know if it's the new ink. They changed the formula a tiny, well, they didn't change the formula, they just added a defoamer, but I don't know if it's these new ink pads, but they're really good. Like, the ink comes out so well. I've had no trouble so far with them. Let's see. Cover it right there. And I want to put a little bit more right here. And I'm going to put some right here. All right, so there's that, and I want to do this one as well, like I said. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna just do this little top right here. 4. There we go. All right, and I'm actually gonna grab my Stampin' scrub, clean this off. Okay. And put my cute little stamp back in the box. All right. Oops. Okay, and I don't have any sentiments on this, so I'm actually gonna close up my ink pad. Remember, you just slide it out and close it. Now, when you first get these, they are a little tight, but don't worry. They eventually loosen up, and you see how simple this is now to pull in and out. I actually really like them. Okay. Okay, so I can set all this aside. So now we have our piece here, and you need your Simply Score. So let me go ahead and grab that. Sorry, I've got some stuff on mine. Another class I was working on. Okay, grab my scoreboard. Move this out of the way. Come on. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we have our Simply Score. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to score this. I'm going to put it in this way. Okay, and I'm going to score this at 2 3/8. So 2 3/8, 3 5/8, 6, and 7 1/4. All right, and then before I rotate it, I want to line my finger up at the 2 inches. because we need to do this part to make the little sides, how they fold together. So we just need to score it only to the 2-inch mark. So I'm going to put my finger at the 2-inch mark, and I'm going to score it at 3 inches. So I'm going to just move over to 3. Okay, and I'm just going to score it right to my finger. And I'm going to do the same thing at 6 5/8. Let me just move over. 6 5/8, and I just want to go to my finger. There we go. All right, and now I'm going to turn it so that those score marks I just made are facing this way, because this is going to be our bottom, so this is our top, and I'm just going to score it once at 1 1/4. All right, so there we go. That's what we have. Okay, and I can set my scoreboard aside. All right, so now what we need to do is let's go ahead and burnish all of our score lines. I'm going to grab my bone folder here. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3. Don't worry about those 2 that we just did part way. You can, if you want to with your hand, just manipulate it a little bit, but we'll work with these when we make the box. All right, so there we go. And I'm going to grab my snips, super snips. And there's one little rectangle right here on this side, just one little rectangle. We're just going to cut that one off. We don't need it. And then let's just snip the rest of these up to the first score line, just like a standard box. All right, so now it looks just like this, okay? All right, so at this point, we need to make the top. So you need to find a framelit. I'm using the scalloped ovals that are the same width as your box. And like I said, that's why I'm going with the scalloped ovals. And this oval right here, actually this one, I think is too big. Let me see here what I went with. Is this the one I went with? Nope, this is right. Okay, so this is the second largest scalloped ovals. Let me show you my ovals packet here. Oops, because I'm throwing them all over the place. All right, so I have my ovals. Let me grab out my scalloped ovals. So this one, the second largest one, I'm going to cut out in pineapple punch. That's that one. And then I'm going to go with the one inside, just to make sure this is the right one. Yep. So the next biggest one, and I'm going to cut out that one that we decorated. There we go. Put these back on my magnets. Sorry guys, I had scalloped ovals going everywhere. Okay, put those back in just so I don't lose them. Set that aside. All right, so let me go ahead and, sorry guys, was that off shot? Grab my big shot here. Okay, and I just have my magnetic platform and a standard cutting plate. I'm going to put the white on there, and I want to cut out one oval. And then in pineapple punch, I want to cut out another one. There we go. And I'm going to just put my top plate. Isn't this pineapple punch color fabulous? I love it. All right, and run that through. All right, and that's it for that. This away. All right. And get rid of my scraps. Let's go ahead and put these back in with the other ones so I don't lose them. All right. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to, this one's going to be mounted right on top of this one, but we need to figure out where the center is, just because we're going to fold them in half. So I'm just going to grab my scoring tool back out. And the white oval is right exactly 3 inches, so half would be 1 1/2. So I'm just going to grab this and I'm just going to score it right at 1 1/2. There we go. And this one's about 3 1/4. So I'm going to go just 1 over, so 5/8. There we go. That doesn't look quite right to me. There we go. Oh, let's see here, what's going on here. There we go. That still looks crooked to me. Yeah, what am I doing wrong here? Come on. There we go. You can see how crooked I was there. Let me try that one more time. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so there's that one folded in half and this one. This one lines up. But this one's going to go right over the top of this one. So I'm just going to grab my snail adhesive and put some snail on here. And we're going to line this up. Come on. There we go. All right. So now let's go ahead and put our box together. Now, whenever I'm putting a box together, I don't like to use snail adhesive. It's just not quite strong enough. So I'm just going to grab my multi-purpose glue and stick it right on this little end flap here. Come on, glue. I think I might almost be out of glue. This one feels kind of empty. Come on. Can you hear the air coming out of it? I hear the air. I'm actually going to grab another one. I'm going to grab this one. There we go. And I'm just going to put glue. And then if you just fold it over, it should line up exactly. I didn't want that to happen, but that's okay. Okay. I'm going to need this in a second again. But let me put this back in here. Okay. And now we can do the bottom of our box. For the bottom, just push your tabs in, put one side over, and let's go ahead and put glue right here on this one. And then close it, just like so. I'm gonna actually push it down. Okay. And then, as you can see, your little sides, that's where the little sides will come together. But we want to put our treats in. So I'm putting Hershey Kisses in mine. Let's see here. I want to do, so let's see, 3 gold and 3 silver. I think 6 is a good number. My kids keep coming in and stealing the Hershey Kisses, so I keep ending up with less and less in my bag. So I'm going to, I think they fit better in if you put them sideways. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6. But you could fill these with jelly beans, I mean anything. All right, pinch it together. Now this is gonna go right over the top like so. So decide which way you want to be the front. They're both equally cute, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna pinch this on here real quick because I want to take my paper piercing tool and I want to poke a hole. See where I tied the ribbon? I want to poke a hole right where I want the ribbon to go. So let's see, I want it to go not quite in the center, but middle, bottom center. And I'm just going to poke, poke, poke. Okay. And then I'm going to grab my, where are you? I know you're somewhere on my desk. Okay. I want to grab, oh, right, it's right here in front of me, you guys. My little punch here. Line it up with that hole, and we're gonna punch. It's my 1/8 circle punch. And then I just need to punch it on the one side, so I'm gonna line this one up. And punch. Oh, and dump all the treats out. That was silly. Seriously, come on, Amy. Come on. Okay. Now it should line up, and it does. Look, the holes line up perfectly. So I'm just going to stick a little bit of snail on the back just to keep the, what are you doing, adhesive? Just to keep the, okay, it from coming off once it's untied. I'm only sticking it on the back side. And again, we're going to line this up. So pinch this together. line up my hole again. There we go. And I'm just going to press the back side down. So there, see, it stays on. All right, so now I've got this new pineapple punch ribbon. This is the Grosgrain ribbon. And it's 1/8 inch. Isn't that wonderful, this pineapple punch? And I'm going to want about this much. So I'm going to just cut a little piece off. Okay, and see, I have it folded in half here, and I'm going to just punch this right through here, and I'm going to use the little stylus from the Simply Score. And I'm going to pull this up and then tie a little knot toward the top. Wouldn't these be cute little party favors or wedding favors or any kind of thing like that? And then that way it won't come through. Okay, and then now we're going to poke this through the front. So again, I'm going to grab this and poke it through. Maybe. Come on. This pineapple punch color is, I just love it. Okay, so there's one, and I need to poke the other one through. And two. Okay. There we go. Okay, now pinch my little box closed again, and now I'm going to just tie. I'm just going to tie a bow on the front. There we go. Now I'm going to make it a little bit smaller than that. Oh, I do like it so much better with coloring or with stamping on the little scallop part on top. Now, if you're using designer series paper, so just remember that you want to cut one of your scallops, your top scallop, out of the designer series paper you're using. Okay, and I'm just going to trim my little edges here. And that is our little tree. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? So see, this one, I didn't stamp on this one, and this one I did. You could also easily stamp a sentiment if you wanted to put a little tiny thank you or something right there. You easily could, but aren't these adorable? And they really were quite easy to do. I just was a little bit all over the place. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you liked checking out this new pineapple punch. I'm totally in love. I'm kind of sad it's in color. I kind of like it to stick around forever. So anyway, I hope you'll make these, make your own little favor boxes. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and find me on Facebook. I have a group. It's A2Z Stamping. Thanks, guys. Bye.